Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining this session. I want to take this opportunity to thank IxDA and Adobe for organizing this event and supporting me to lead this session. If you have any questions, please put it in the Q&A section, and as time permits, I'll answer it towards the end of the session. So my name is Padmaraj Subramanian, and you can call me Raj, and I'm the Director of UX and UI at McFadden Digital. I have over 16 years of experience in this fantastic industry, working with some really cool clients. And at McFadden, we provide strategic, technical, tactical, and operational expertise to build a successful digital commerce journey. So we integrate marketplace and e-commerce for potential clients. Let me begin this session with a quote from Steve Cannon, the CEO of AMB Group. I found this very insightful. Culture, leadership, and employee engagement are the essentials for a great customer experience. So what I felt was like if all departments of an organization contribute towards providing a better customer experience, obviously the service of the product would be really good. And business can always profit from a lot of, from investing in UX and UI and designing services. And positive user experiences increase conversion rate, retain loyal customers, and bring better return of investment. With this, let me go to the next section. And aligning to the IxDA theme, solidarity and transformation, today I'll be talking about transformation of marketplace designs and trends. I'll take you through some design principles that we follow and some best practices, a couple of trends in the marketplace. Now, online businesses are becoming more than just online shopping. It's like a medium that uses technology to, exchange products and services and ensure that they reach the right people. So, a couple of years only tech savvy people can actually buy stuff, or they'll have to buy it for the others. Almost everybody with a mobile phone or a device can actually buy things nowadays. It's pretty easy as long as they're connected to the net. Now, like as the global internet availability and adoption expands it expands the number of digital buyers, and it continues to grow. Like more and more mobile phones are coming in, a lot of users are getting connected. And here are some of the facts on e-commerce and marketplace, which is powered by Statista. And the first one is Amazon is actually the leading online marketplace by the number of monthly visits. Now, Amazon is like a benchmark for many e-commerce platforms. And when they make functionality, you actually refer to how Amazon functions. And I think there's a lot that we can learn from this platform and the evolution that they have brought into the e-commerce and marketplace industry. 4.1% of e-commerce share of total global FMCG, this is fast-moving consumer goods sales, are from the US. Right, from the entire world, this is how much is contributing to the entire e-commerce or in like a global way. Now, China is like the leading country for retail e-commerce sales, and Amazon is the most popular retail website by online traffic. Around 3.39 US dollars is the average e-commerce spending per online shopper per visit. Now, and automotive is the industry with the highest online shopping cart abandonment rate. And Chrome OS is the platform with the highest conversion rate of online shoppers, both mobile and desktop. And free delivery is the leading reason for purchasing product online among internet users. So this is a couple of facts from e-commerce and marketplace, and many of these aspects help as a designer, as a business analyst, to actually create these functionalities and designs that will help customers. Now, the pandemic continues to impact e-commerce and customer behavior online, right? Like due to this situation, millions of people stayed in home, like in 2020, making digital channels the preferred shopping choice. So the more the boom is more towards e-commerce and marketplace again. I've talked about e-commerce, I've talked about marketplace. Like there's a thin line that separates e-commerce and marketplace platform, and that line is consistently shifting. So I want to quickly go through the key differences so that we have a better understanding of both these platforms. E-commerce is like a product, it actually sells products of a single vendor. And marketplace sells a product from multiple sellers. So the availability of a product and offers are more from the marketplace. In e-commerce, the users are basically buyers and sellers. And in marketplace, you have marketplace admins, vendors, and customers. So there are people to take care of your business interfaces or applications where you as a vendor or as a customer, you can just your part as purchasing or adding inventory, adding product catalog and out into the system. For e-commerce, you need to hold inventory in order to meet customers, unless you're using dropship model. But marketplace is more of a like doesn't need inventory. It's more to place where you connect sellers and buyers. Setting up and maintaining an e-commerce site will take money and time, but vendors can save this time and money initially since they do not have to set up or maintain the site. This doesn't mean that you turn on a switch and it'll all work. It has its own time. Sellers must spend money on time to market the site's brand and product. Like they have to have some branding ideas and all that. They have to do like a campaign and all occasionally, but there will be proven methodologies that is already working for marketplace. So sellers can use the consumer's trust and recognition of that marketplace and have an access to a large pool of potential buyers. So the range of people using will be more. Now, let's have a quick look at marketplace design and key focus areas. There are like 4 areas that we will talk through, which is easy navigation, visual identity, relationship building, and security. And easy navigation is to provide simple maneuverability, fast and accurate searches, provide purchase path with few clicks possible, and a positive experience will encourage users to return. So imagine the navigations you have. You have the mega navigation on the top, you have footer, you have a lot of other help, quick ways to reach to another page. Now, if the user is provided with these placements correctly and they're able to use this, they'll be more happy and they'll be more eager to take the next steps to do other tasks. So it's good. It's very important that we provide easy navigation for our users. Second is visual identity. Visual identity will help sellers showcase their products and services. It'll also help customers find the right product, provide a near to in-person shopping experience as well. So we need to we can actually map brands with products, catalogs, so that they get a feel of how you enter a store. They see different places of the store, they can start buying. You can also, the customer will also find the right product at the, after going through the right catalogs as well, and provide, the users will be able to find relevant information and workarounds when they get stuck. And visual identity also helps build the trust and ease the path to purchase. So the more trust you have on the brand and the marketplace and all that, the more eager they will be to close a transaction. Next is relationship building. So the moment you onboard a vendor or you register a new user, what happens is you're actually having a relationship and you want to keep that relationship lasting long, right? So what you do is you have to have a, make this customers happy, so they leave a positive review, so they come back, right? And others also follow these reviews and they also start joining and contributing to the whole business. They buy what they like, and that the relationship goes, both parties are benefited. The next is security, right? Security must be a top priority in order to protect both the sellers and buyers. because in a way, vendors are also users here. They should also have the trust that they are reaching out the right people. There is no chances of fraud or a scam, and the user are also seeing real people who are selling these products. And users will gain trust if strong security is demonstrated. So if you have everything detailed, the clause they will have to read through for return, or in case of missed delivery, what happens if they're all defined, then there is a trust of buying from the same site. So these are some of the few focus areas. As a designer, you also would need to know some of the other facts while designing these screens for marketplace. Now, at the bottom, you'll see some few facts which I'll go through, which is visitors from they form an opinion about a site in about 50 milliseconds. Like, we all do that, right? We daily use these applications. The moment you go to another new application, you kind of have this evaluation. Is this good? Is it easy for me? Do I have all the payment gateways? You kind of evaluate the few screens in the first 50 milliseconds. Obviously, you won't go to the payment directly, but the first few screens, home page and all, will give you a perception. So you have to make your site look really intuitive, making sure that it qualifies to all standards of a visually appealing site. Now, good user experience can increase conversion rate up to 400%. Kind of exaggeration, but yes, it does. Because maybe for 400, but what happens is the more you actually improvise your user experience, you simplify the users to reduce the path to buy certain things, they will continue to buy. So the conversion changes, and this also will help you reduce certain complicated flows and other user journeys as well in this application. Now, the next one is over 75% of users abandon their shopping carts. So when people start buying, and the usual case is they add a product, they see a lot of extra amounts being added, like tax or some other charges, then they realize, is this the right place to buy? And they might look for other sites and see what is the cost for the same product. We need to make sure that you give possible informations and you give the facility for them to actually make this purchase. So you have to provide you have to help the user find the right reviews. You have to stack the good reviews up. Even if there are negative reviews, you have to let them know there have been people who have been reporting these. So it'll help the user actually make a trust. He might not buy the same product. They might look for another one. Next one is up to 88% of online consumers do not return to a site after a bad experience. Obviously, like once we have a bad experience, we don't want to go there again. And the same way, what happens is like the rest, rest of the percentage of people will only come because there's no other choice. But we have to make sure that no bad experience are there, and everything has to be intuitive and properly guided for a user. Now, stakeholders get a feel of UX designs, interaction flows before building an application, saving time and effort. So as designers, we all do this. We create high fidelity prototype, low fidelity prototype, click-throughs. Now, what does it do? Just like any other UX project, it gives you the perception of the entire number of screens the users will have to go. It helps the business align their business goals with the user's interaction. How does the user actually make a transaction to complete a goal? Does he sign up for a newsletter? All this stuff can be mapped. So you're saving a lot of time for the upcoming screens and upcoming functionalities, which is really good. So here are a few best practices for marketplace UX design. Now, we are just talking about the PDP page, which is the product detail page. And some of the few things that we need to take care of from a marketplace aspect is the variant presentation. What this does is like displaying the lowest and highest prices offered gives the customer a general understanding of the price. The product at the beginning of the journey itself. So when you're starting to configure this product here, you will get a picture of what you're actually configuring. The prices is updated. Next is search. Now, for everything and anything now, people start searching. Now, it's not just for the products alone. You can also check for products. You can check for related content. And we have to make sure that the content or the results that you get actually helps the user with his purchase or fulfill his need for understanding certain requirements in the site. So and the search has a lot of importance as it's available throughout the site except in the checkout pages. So it's also a way to actually quickly turn the user to another page and see another product. The next one is multiple offer displays. So this is where the marketplace flavor comes in. You have multiple people with the same product, but the prices could be different. They may have other offers. Now, depending on the availability, it will actually be stacked. Then we have the buy box criteria, which is this. Now the buy box contains add to cart and is linked only to one seller, typically the seller who lists the product at the lowest price or any other condition that the system decides. So for example, you're in a particular location. So the nearest vendor seller to your location would be a particular seller and he can be listed first. So it actually can be created in that way. So these are some of the key UX design areas that we focus on. And like this, there are other pages in e-commerce and marketplace which we have to, if you actually go through, there is a lot to learn in each of these pages. Now, the aesthetics of marketplace are all changing. We have seen that our apps, websites all change tremendously over the period of time. Now, let's look at some of the most recent developments in the marketplace industry. The first one is the emergence of social commerce, right? Now, this is like buying and selling goods or services directly within the social networking site. So like these e-commerce sites, the social networking application also was a big boom in the last couple of years. So there are a lot of people who actually get their stuff done through these communities as well. They have an audience, they have friends, people, they're all connected. So when you have a product that you wish to sell, you can even put it up in that and have the site work as a transactional site. So the marketplace, it allows the marketplace to sell products directly within the app. So it makes it transactional. So it brought in the missing part, right? So we have a community, we have audience, we have users, and we have products. We just connected those two and you have social commerce. A lot of people are now able to sell items through these applications. And it's easy to promote and market because you know your users. And the moment you post something, it gets prompted and alerted to different users. There is a wide range of audience. There's a lot of people who you can reach out to with this platform. Now, social commerce also minimize the transactional abandonment rates because this particular product could be reviewed for a very specific reason, not like a general e-commerce or a online shopping. It could be specific products. And if you have an existing product catalog, applications like Facebook Business let you connect with that, and then you can actually push those product catalog into this application. It's a selected set of services is now being received by the Facebook Business, and it's still ongoing. It's not completely functional and available in many places. It's a process that's coming up. And it's easy to set up. It's quickly you can set it up. It's like you don't have to set up much. It's just creating an account in a authenticated account. You have devices to take photos and present. You know the price. You know how to talk to these people. You have everything ready. And the maintenance cost is low. It's not zero, but it's low because compared to all the other activities, you are more worried about promoting your content and your products. Some of the examples of social commerce are Facebook. They have the Facebook Business, the Pinterest shop, and the Instagram shop, where you can actually purchase, you can actually buy, promote a product, and actually purchase this with the transactional model. Then the next trend that I want to look up is augmented reality, realism in online purchasing. For e-commerce, augmented reality is like a game changer. So earlier you used to have a lot of devices that you need to wear to see a product and feel the product and all. Now what happens is that with your phone, mobile devices or laptops, you can actually see this product in a different way. For example, when Apple released those products with augmented reality, like their iPhones and their Apple Watch, it was a really interesting way of promoting that. Then it does not give you a just one view or different view as the system decides. It's more like how you want it. So you move your device around, you get a better picture. And industries like fashion and home decor, furnishing, AR actually improves the purchase experience. You can actually put furniture in a home room and see how it matches with your decor, and you can plan accordingly, add it to the cart, you can share with your friends and see their opinion as well. Now, even for fashion, you can actually see how you can actually put these clothes to yourself and see how it actually fits you. And more realistic and visual. That's one thing about this, AR, and it's more not a 3D representation directly, right? You're actually seeing this in action. Like as you move your phone, you would be seeing different views of this. And right now, only few players are putting this as feature, but soon there would be others, and it would actually, because the mobile computing is actually expanding, right? There's more powerful phones coming in. I'm pretty sure soon this will be available in most of the, e-commerce and marketplace applications. The next topic is, trend is PWA. This is like a modern way of actually creating something, a different experience for users. It's a mobile first approach. Obviously now most of the applications are mobile first. We had in the previous years, we used to think like AWD, which is adaptive web design, where you had separate sites for mobile and desktop, and then you have responsive when all the screens came and your viewport started deciding. PWs have that feature along with the native applications as well. So it's a combination of a website and native apps. So you have the native features and you have the website. So for instance, when you go to a website and if that website has a PW application, it'll actually pop up saying, do you want to download our application? So you're not going to App Store or Google Play, but you're actually opening it from the site. And when you download, you'll have an icon on your screen, which will actually act like a app. So you have alerts coming in, you have push notification, it'll all show up. So the engagement will be better. The interactions will be better. Now the loading time is considerably less. And you have this feature of working offline. So you have an undisturbed digital journey with weak or non-existent connectivity. So you can, whatever content you have in your offline mode, with that you can kind of put items into your cart, and the moment you are back on network, you would be able to check out. Obviously you won't get a lot of information there, but very specific items. Then there is a higher user engagement and conversion rate because of this, because see, the middleman like apps, app stores are taken off. You're directly talking to the provider, and the updates from there is coming directly to you. You don't have to update your app. There's no versioning that comes directly from the app store. It's directly from the website. So it's better and it's faster. You get direct updates. And there's a decreased cost of user acquisition. The reason is the more interaction that comes in, you're going through a site, all the users who go to the site on a mobile, they get the opportunity to actually register their mobile application. So there's more interactivity coming in. So the cost of user acquisition is less. And increased cross-platform conversion is also there. Like you have a lot of devices that you will be using this through, and you'll come back to a desktop or a laptop, and then you'll actually continue. So there is a lot of features out there where you're actually using these applications in different devices and different situations. The last trend that we'll look at is the increased use of voice search. So it's always now hi Siri, hello Google, and Alexa. That's what we hear in most of the houses now. Now, the virtual intelligent assistant usage worldwide will exceed almost like 1.8 billion users by the end of 2021. Okay, so what happens is like most of the household, they have this device, right? Like they have the smaller version of Alexa, like Echo Dot and all, and everybody from all ages, they are very comfortable using it. You just have to give a voice command, and it actually takes you to the next steps. It gives you comparison. It gives you the weather, right? So it's a very interesting thing, and it's going to be a common household in the future. A good number of consumers are now relying on voice assistants to accomplish their goals, right? Dim the lights, play music, play a video, start a movie. There's a lot of options out there. There are a lot of devices that work with these voice activated devices as well, and the cost is coming down, right? You have connectivity, interconnecting devices that will help. Now when it comes to e-commerce setup or a situation, what happens is, people can add items to the cart with this interface, right? I'm short on beer, so maybe add a case of beer into my cart. Whatever household is missing, people can add them to the cart, and provided at the end of the day somebody is actually validating the cart, they can actually check out. So it's nice that the entire, it's like a third person, like sitting there and listening to your needs and making decisions, right? You can compare products. You can actually make a comparison between a product, maybe hear movie reviews. So in traditional long time back, maybe you must have seen these movies or Star Trek or Star Wars where there's voice command and there's a lot of stuff that comes on the screen. They're all becoming possible nowadays. Then again, like I said, there's a big opportunity for e-commerce to actually be integrated into this, and many are actually on the way of doing this as well. And it's easy to adopt for all users. So it gets you get easily acquainted to this, and there's a level of localization also that will come in the future to actually understand your language better. I would like to talk about this book that we at McFadden have written. It's on marketplace best practices. Okay, this is an Amazon bestseller, and it covers various aspects from strategy to design and deploy a successful marketplace. So all our experiences, and there's a lot of valuable insights in this book, and you can read it at the Kindle edition on Amazon. I'll take a pause for questions. I believe we have a few questions here. The first question is from, can I go take these questions, Kate, or should I answer them via chat?
Well, I actually maybe answer it over chat would be great, since we are running a little out of time. Sure. Yeah, if you don't mind. So yeah, Raj will still be sticking around to answer some of this question. And to be honest, I didn't know there's so much knowledge about designing for marketplaces. So right. Thanks a lot for sharing. It's been really, really insightful here.
Thank you.